thank you so much for coming, Stephen. Really
problem.
great to have you. Google, amazing. You did such a great job tonight on the panel. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and stepping in for your colleague.
No problem at all.
We hope we'll see you more. But
of course,
for tonight, so premium APIs. It's a really interesting subject, and some people actually tonight mentioned, whether it's a question of premium APIs or just APIs. So how do you see what's the difference?
Yeah, sure. So I see at the moment the APIs we have, they're kind of a minimum base layer that we need to start the process. But really, it's about going further than that and actually building APIs to facilitate online commerce, but also create new products, services, and really bring innovation to the space. And it's not so much looking at this in terms of commercial. It's actually looking at where do we need to go. This is just the start, and what are the opportunities we can unlock.
So what opportunities can we unlock actually?
Well, so as I mentioned tonight, our launch in India with UPI has really shown that the first step is really the payments piece. So having the APIs which allow smooth, frictionless payments, P2P payments, but also looking at merchants. So allowing and bringing users online who potentially haven't been able to pay online before. But then it's going beyond that, so partnering with banks to look at how we can create new services around lending, so point of sale lending, installment payments, loans, and I really see those as the big opportunities. But of course, as Todd mentioned as well, we don't know where we're going to be in 5 years, so there's going to be new use cases and new products and services, but we'll start to come out of the ecosystem and industry over the next couple of years.
Well, tonight it's been mentioned that one of the challenges is not having a standard to APIs. And so where do you see, how long is it going to take to actually create these set of standardized APIs, where we're not just talking about APIs, API based or premium APIs or APIs. So when is it going to be just APIs and open banking?
That's a tricky one to answer, but I would say that we're going to see the market starting to correct a lot of this, but depending on kind of the speed, then maybe we'll have to see some of the regulation coming in. But we are seeing some standardization across different markets. A lot of countries looking at what's going on in the UK and seeing how they can learn from the experience here. But we need to be very careful we don't see fragmentation of this, and we have different APIs, as a couple of people mentioned today, across different countries and across different products and banks. So I think it's something we need to keep an eye out and make sure that we're not seeing huge fragmentation. But I think the market and industry will kind of regulate that.
Well, one of the kind of things that we're trying to encourage through Open Banking Excellence is collaboration. And we're trying to kind of encourage different people from across the sort of landscape to join the conversation. We had Jamie from Seeds tonight, we had fintechs represented, we had other fintechs, and tonight is the big tech. So why do you think it's important for you to be part of this conversation?
So I think this open banking is really enabling the digital economy and the economy overall, and that's not just single players, that's partnerships, and they're looking at the industry and the ecosystem overall coming together to create great user experiences. So I don't see it as a simple single player banks. It's more of the ecosystem industry players coming together and partnering to create these new experiences and services and opportunities.
So where do you see the value of the evenings like tonight?
So for me personally, it's great to come and see, firstly, the enthusiasm for open banking in the UK and in London, but also to see some of the challenges, other players, fintechs, but also other perspectives from the banking side. And it helps to get an appreciation of kind of the key areas we need to focus on, but also work together and try and solve some of the barriers and challenges I think everyone's experiencing.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Really
Cheers.
appreciate it.